Look at the headlines. Ralph's holding the mirror. Snubbed. The Gurkhas are not invited to the Cenotaph tribute because Nepal is not a member of the Commonwealth. This despite the fact that 45,000 Gurkhas have died for the Commonwealth. It is also the regiment with the most Victoria Crosses. I think it's a bit disgusting, don't you?
Yeah. I'd like them here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd like them here. The Star. Incidentally, there is a poppy on the mirror this morning. The only paper that don't have poppies on their masthead. The only papers are the Independent, the Guardian, and I felt very surprisingly the Daily Mail.
The Mail?
The Mail? The old kernel of newspapers. You'd have thought it. They definitely had a poppy there. They haven't got one.
That's a bit wrong.
Hang on, I just saw one. Woman in a tabard. Woman in a tabard. Code name. Wait a second. Woman in a tabard. Woman in a tabard. That's enough. We're going to go up and down Oxford Street, banging our drums, naked with shaved heads, except for our tabards and fags. Star, glitter face. Oh no, don't laugh now. Glitter facing 8 sex raps over girl 14. Case starts today. And the Sun, lift me up, I'm legless. Jerry Halliwell's driver carries her into Chris Evans' house after the party to celebrate her #1. Looks like a good night out, that one. It does. And that's exactly how musicians should be coming home. Absolutely. Don't know why she's coming home like that, but there you go. Do you know what? I'm going to get in there before I insult a nation. I wouldn't say it's another quiet day in the papers today, but on the front page of the Independent, check this. Captain Scott, you know Captain Scott the Antarctic, killed by, quote, a cold snap. What? News just in. Hot news. Scott of the Antarctic failed to return from his epic journey to the South Pole, partly because of a freak cold spell that sent temperatures plummeting. You don't say. Do you know, I've always thought they were roasty toasty in that tent. They just got a bit hungry. There you go. Apparently it was really cold. On other pages, Titanic. Apparently the passengers may have drowned. Don't know. They also asked the question, the Blitz, was it bombs? And finally, Mandelson, is he? OK. Jerry Hall has revealed in the Mirror today that son James finds his father's rock and roll lifestyle embarrassing. Dad! The 14-year-old, he's 14, thinks singing and modelling is for wussies. And when Mick asked where that left him, James replied, Dad, you wear makeup and funny costumes and you wiggle your bum in front of thousands of people. What do you think that makes you? The teenager, he attends Stowe Public School, also slammed the Rolling Stones drug taking. He told Jerry, look at Keith Richards. Do you think I'd go near the stuff he's taken?
Very good.
You're sort of wondering what it's like to have a dad who is a rock star. Your dad keeping you awake at night because he's partying downstairs. You know, Keith smoked my homework. Just an old situation, bit of an old situation, wasn't it? Where's my homework, Dad? Yeah, Keith's rolled it up. And also, what happens when you bring home a girlfriend? Yeah, you know what I mean? This is another recipe for a long life. I love seeing people who live to a ripe old age and give you those little health tips. For instance, Eva Morris. Eva! She's believed to be Britain's oldest person. She celebrated her 114th birthday at a nursing home.
Wow.
Well done, girl. Well done. What's even more well-done-y about it, what makes this really well-done-y, is that she celebrated with her favourite daily drink, an afternoon cup of tea laced with a shot of whiskey. Put some lead in my pencil. They love that when they come in the papers and they tell us they put it down as smoking and drinking every day. How come you've lived to over 100? I smoke a lot. And I love booze. Yeah, I don't know, it just sort of reassures me.
Just captures something, doesn't it?
Ken Livingstone says he won't go it alone if Labour blocks his mayoral ambitions. Ken Livingstone refers those who doubt his ability to triumph against the might of the new Labour machine to the closing scene of Ivan the Terrible Part 1, very old film. The future despot had been banished, left in exile when Mr Livingstone takes up the tale. He goes, you know, he wants to come back and run Moscow, and suddenly up on the horizon in the snow, a whole line of thousands and thousands of peasants are marching to beg him to return. I envisage something like that. I don't know how many peasants are living in London at the moment. But these are the qualifications. I don't know. This might count. This might be you. Do you live on a small holding in London? Do you share a small room with your family and farmyard animals? You might be one of the people Ken's talking about. Does your grandmother have warts and smoke a clay pipe? Perhaps these are the peasants Ken wants. Do you have easy access to a pitchfork? Are you a peasant? Do you wear a smock and shout, "Aye! Aye! Do you long for people to go, "Are you with me? Aye!" I don't know, perhaps if you are, call Ken. He's looking for some peasants. They're taking you through the prices, though. The Dome is proving to be an absolute disaster in terms of demand for tickets. Demand for tickets to the Millennium Dome has fallen so flat that not a single day has been sold out yet. Most newsagents have still to sell their first ticket 7 weeks after they went on sale. Do you know, if you live in Newcastle, you travel by car to London, and you've got a family of 4, that's including 2 children, do you know how much it's going to cost you? 468 quid. 468 quid. If you travel by train, that goes up to £693.40.
Do you know, I think that all public transport should be free.
Yeah, to the Dome.
To the Dome, but for that period of time as well. So we
I think
can really
kids
get out
in
and
free. I
about.
was kind of, what have we paid the 768 million quid for? I mean, you thought like
I thought it was
museums,
ours.
whatever. Yeah.
I thought it was ours.
I didn't realise we just paid for like a money-making op.
No.
Yeah, we'd like just paid for a kind of really high Disney kind of thing. But you got Belfast, 36 quid 80, £801.40, including ferry. And if you live in Glasgow, total cost, if you're travelling by train to the Dome with that family of 4, £750.40. Sausage
Yeah,
Dome.
we'd rather go and see that. Ron's big sausage.
Yeah. And Linton will be doing tours.
Yeah. Nice with a stick.
Round the sausage Dome. But in Manchester, newsagent Brian Kemps, morning Brian, he says it's like trying to sell Easter eggs at Christmas. I haven't sold a single one. I don't know if it's Easter eggs or tickets for the Dome. But he says here, Brian Dott of 4 Boys in Crosby. Good newsagents, 4 Boys.
Yeah, comprehensive.
They always have a very good selection of magazine and...
They're nice and clean.
Well, I like it. It's actually it's a nice high top shelf there, so you can be a bit. No, so you can afford to be a bit. You can afford to be a bit showy.
I'm just doing that at you.
Nice.
Yeah, a bit hard.
Yeah, a bit hard. It's nice.
Fancy saying that on British television.
Fancy saying
That's
that?
what my dad will say on the phone.
Yeah.
Fancy Vaughnie coming out with
Will he say that?
Yeah.
Excellent.
He's becoming addicted.
Is he becoming addicted to the show?
Morning, Dad.
Morning. But he just said people aren't interested in the Dome, is what this guy said. Anyway, I'm going to move through. We're not interested. 1,600 a week to finish Dome line. Electricians racing to finish London's long-delayed Jubilee line extension on time have been offered weekly bonuses of 600 quid on top of £1,000 pay. It's all Dome expenses mounting up, isn't it? The tube line needed to take visitors to the Millennium Dome, so it's got to be finished. It cost £3.5 billion, so you can add that in with Dome fees, and it's double the original estimate. See, I think they should turn that into like a giant ghost train, perhaps. Yeah. Leading people to the Dome, like a tube line with kind of skeletons coming down.
Scary.
It'd be really scary, like a real-life ghost train.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Jogging mice show how to boost brain power.
What
That's in the papers today. Scientists have also found that, it's an interesting thing here, well, you'll be the judge of that. He found that a scientist knows how to get the best out of a biscuit. He revealed if you dunk a biscuit in chocolate milk, he found the flavour of a digestive biscuit, chocolate or plain, was enhanced. A scientist found this out. Runner-up in the flavour stakes. Interesting new word for the English language here. Runner-up in the flavour stakes was the hobnob. Taken with hot milk, it tasted 8 times more hobnobby.
Is that man mad? Have you ever tried? One thing that my brother does is he gets a packet of Maltesers, pours them in
a glass of milk.
To a glass of milk, and then whacks them down, and then knocks it all back.
Yeah, that's
but
really
doesn't
annoying.
he make it look great?
He makes it look good, and if you try it, it's just pointless. But just have a look at this. Have a look at this. This is a lot. This is a chat we've got to see today. Now, kids today, we slouch around. I slouch. Everyone slouches, don't we?
I'm slouching.
Here's a guy who's 104 years old. He's the last survivor of the Cameron Highlanders from the Great War. Now look how ramrod stiff he is. Look at that.
That is
Yes,
fabulous.
oh yes, my beauty. Look at that.
That is
And
stunning.
I think a round of applause for the lad.
Let's we forget.
You know what? Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, that is the man, the reason why we are all wearing poppies.
Absolutely right.
Lest
Do you know what?
we forget this week, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the pun down with the fun down the low down. It's the pun down, ladies and gentlemen. Star story. Chefs bake a record-breaking bread as big as a car park.
Where?
Had to be done. Had to. It was inevitable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Inevitable.
It was a matter
It
of
was something to
time.
do with mice. It's to celebrate National Curry Day, actually. The pun, you'll see why I haven't mentioned the sort of bread, but the pun says, chicken and naan.
Oh, fantastic.
Cheeky.
Star story, Jodie Foster pulls out of the Hannibal Lecter sequel. You read the book, Hannibal, the latest one?
No, is it good?
It's a good book, actually, yeah. I enjoy it. Real holiday read. I enjoyed it thoroughly. The pun says, lamb chop. One, Guardian story, Wives. This is number one from The Guardian, ladies and gentlemen.
What
Can I just say, incidentally, that stunning Zoe, 18, is on page 3 today. She's our she's the Big Breakfast favourite, Millennium
kids.
Lovely.
Just
You
ignore
can
him,
vote
the
for
whole
on
top shelf
09015
stuff,
613 132. Calls will cost you 10p. Let's make her the Millennium Babe.
Or ring us and complain about him.
OK, Guardian story. Yeah, you know what? Bring it on. Wives are upset when husbands buy them sexy underwear for Christmas. Apparently women don't like it when you buy them sexy underwear for Christmas as a present. I've got you something really special, love. Look at that. You're going to love wearing that, aren't you? You're going to love wearing it.
And they were expecting a fridge.
Yeah. Of course, everyone knows. Kitchen equipment, isn't it?
Yeah,
Everyone
always.
knows that. Anyway, it's a great present. It's a great pun. The pun says, tear and present danger. They
It's
cry.
a great present.
It's a great present.